So do you agree with like affirmative action?
Affirmative action is racist. It's awful. It hasn't worked. Affirmative action has actually made Black America poorer.
What? What's up, everyone? Coach D speaks here. You know, in the last couple of days, I've heard a lot of bad takes about affirmative action and how it's impacted the Black community and America in general. I mean, I saw someone in California post how good it was that it's banned now because their kid didn't get into UCLA last year because of quotas. Affirmative action was banned in California through Prop 209 back in 1996, and there were never quotas. So yeah, your kid wasn't good enough. But back to Charlie Kirk, because what you're about to hear from him is one of the worst. And I've already heard some of his minions regurgitating it. So let's watch this and do some myth busting.
So do you agree with like affirmative action?
Affirmative action is racist. It's awful. It hasn't worked. Affirmative action has actually made Black America poorer.
Affirmative action is racist. You know, when people say this, what they're going to say to back that up is that it is giving opportunities to Black people and taking opportunities away from white people, when that is literally not what is happening. Not to mention, making that statement completely dismisses the racial inequities and racism that has been proven to already exist in higher education. Affirmative action has made Black Americans poorer? What? I mean, this guy should literally be disqualified from speaking publicly after such an asinine statement. Affirmative action started in the late 1960s when the median household income for Black people was like $7,000 to $8,000. It's about $48,000 today. I would have immediately stopped him and said, explain how. And then he says it doesn't work. So it succeeded in increasing opportunities for Black students, but it doesn't work. It succeeded in helping bridge income gaps, but it doesn't work. Another completely asinine statement. But go on.
But wouldn't something like affirmative action be a solution to those education problems that we're asking?
We've tried it for 60 years. How's it worked?
We've tried it for 60 years. How's it worked? He really thought he did something there. But can't we just apply that to anything? We've tried capitalism for hundreds of years. How's it worked? I still see poor and homeless people. We've tried corporal punishment for hundreds of years. How's it worked? There's still crime. I mean, no one is saying it's perfect. But as the student there is trying to say, don't we have more Black college graduates? Yes. Yes, we do.
It seems like it's worked a little bit more. Do we not have more educated Black people now than we did back then?
Wait, hold on. But on average, Blacks are actually poorer than they were in the early 1960s in relation to other socioeconomic groups.
See right there? He completely avoids the very simple question and then just makes shit up. So first of all, to answer the guy's question, yes, we absolutely have more Black graduates since affirmative action. In fact, the gap between Black and white college graduates has closed significantly. Second, Blacks are poorer now than they were in the 1960s? They aren't. But if they were, wouldn't that be an argument in favor of ensuring more opportunities for the Black community? But then once he realizes he is getting his ass handed to him, he goes to a different yet common deflection.
Get into college, but once we're talking about graduates, are those Black graduates not more successful than those that didn't graduate?
Well, so you're just talking about college affirmative action. We have affirmative action in government hiring. We have affirmative action across the board.
And that's a difference,
which I don't like.
That is something different.
But let me tell you why affirmative action is wrong, and anyone in the Black community would know this is true. There are kids that get into college that should not be going into those colleges. They should be welders, electricians, and carpenters instead, and they get into colleges that sometimes I shouldn't go, and they graduate with tons of student loan debt. We have way too many people going to college in America.
Oh, so all Black people need to be blue-collar workers anyway, is what he's saying. Let me be clear here. Affirmative action does not allow non-deserving or bad students to go to college. Affirmative action has not caused kids who should go to trade school to go to universities. And why use affirmative action to make the point that too many people are going to college? I think what he really wants to say is that too many Black people are going to college now. Also, trades are being taught in universities and community college. And trade schools are also strapping students with debt. It's not free or cheap either. And everyone isn't going straight into a great career after. And why is Charlie Kirk not a welder, electrician, or carpenter? It seems to me like many of these Republican politicians and public figures who either attended college or send their kids to college are always suggesting that everyone else not go to college. And he's right. A lot of people are leaving college with lots of student loan debt. So why not lead the fight to make it cheap or free? I mean, you're so close, Charlie. But like most Republicans, they know the problems, but have no interest in being a part of the solutions. But go on.
And guess what? Like, the black middle class, the black muscular middle class has disappeared. So that's a tragedy.
Okay, let's be real here. Charlie Kirk doesn't give a damn about black people and definitely doesn't give a damn about the black middle class disappearing. And here in America, all of the middle class is disappearing. And that has nothing to do with more access to college. You see, the reason why the middle class is shrinking here in America is because of the high cost of college, the high cost of healthcare, inflation, and the fact that wages haven't increased significantly since the 1970s. But Republicans really don't want to have that conversation at all, because the last thing they want to do is lower the cost of college and allow people to stay healthy by having more access to healthcare. And they definitely don't want to see people get ahead. The Republican Party is not a party of solutions. They're a party of hate, fear, and power. Period.
Hey Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.